What's up everyone in the Patreon land of lands? I'm gonna try something new right now. Firstly, if you're wondering, my voice is kinda hoarse, kinda, what's the word? It's kinda not 100%. It's because I've been doing crazy lots of vocal practice this week, so my voice is not like 100% super ready for singing today. I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow, but I want to do a little vocal tutorial of the last cover I did, which was Hero of the Day. It's gonna be kind of like a commentary / vocal tutorial thing where I go through the whole song and I talk about all the parts and explain my thought process about it, how I sing, and so on. So let's get started. This is my first attempt here, a full video attempt. I've been doing some test recordings and things to get it going, and I think we are ready. So let's start the video up. You're gonna see it on the screen right there, and let's start. Hero of the Day. Mama, try and break me. Okay, so of course this is a very slow, soft song at parts, especially here in the beginning. So when you start this slow song, I want to make it very breathy like this. So like when I talk, it's like here. So it's very close to speaking note pitch, and it's not very loud, powerful, compressed like this. So it's very almost like whisper. Mama, they try and break me. Window burns, keeping the same feel as the song. It kind of still has, like, I enjoy singing with the song. If the song is very soft, I enjoy getting into the soft parts of it. If it's hard, getting powerful, I want to add more power and kind of flow with the mood of the song. I like that warms no matter where they go. What James Hetfield does here is he becomes a little bit more aggressive early here, which I could have done, but I wanted to stay very soft in the beginning all the way. Like that warms no matter where they've gone, instead of where they've gone, instead of adding too much there, which I could have done. They're off to find the hero of the day. So here, if you listen closely, I'm off to find the hero of the day. I'm not even adding that much, it's just very small. So it's becoming like, instead of very clean, I'm off to find the hero of the day. This is super soft, clean. I'm adding a bit more, like it becomes a little bit more volume-ish there as well. What if they should fall? What if they should fall? I'm adding this, it's kind of a this type of sound, and it's nice to just add it at parts to spice it up, to give it a little bit of attack. By someone's wicked way, still the window burns. So you can really hear it at burn still. Still the window burns. Is this type of thing you're doing. I'm gonna talk more about this later on. Just wanna go through this one for now. Not go too deep into details on how I do things, but just to show kind of the differences and how I think about it. Time to slowly turn, someone very sighing. Keepers of the flames, do you feel your name? Keepers of the flames, do you feel your names? if I wanna sing it cleanly, keepers of the flames, do you feel your name? It's very clean, but do you feel your names? So doing this thing just at parts.
Did you hear your baby?
Did you hear your baby's crying? So I'm adding it like
Crying.
instead of did you hear your baby's crying? It's very clean. I'm adding this tension thing, edgy singing. So here I added a doubler effect in Pro Tools plugins to get a more wider kind of dynamic change, which I also use later on in the backing.
Still they try and break
Me. Very soft still.
Excuse me while I tend to how I feel.
Say like in the first verse.
Things return to me that still.
These things return to me that I'm adding the kind of the Arnold sound. I enjoy singing like this, to add small things here and there, not just to keep it straight, same thing, which is cool if you want to do that, but I like to add, kind of attack it at parts or soften it down. Real. So you're hearing that thing slowly, kind of closing in.
Now deservingly this easy chair.
Also trying to add a little bit of vibrato or vibrato there too. That's another thing you can also use a lot when you're singing. If you want to add a very fast or slow one, depends on the song.
But the rocking stop my wheels of despair. Don't want your aid, but the fist I made for years can't hold our fear.
So it can be even more aggressive, but I always enjoy singing with mostly clean and then adding this type of sound on top of it, just small. Not to overdo it, because also you have to be careful. If you overdo it too much, it's gonna close up the throat too much, so the sound cannot really flow and resonate the best. And also it takes more effort. The more you close it, the more air you have to push up as you're closing it, you know, to keep the same, to keep the power, of course, but also to have the same type of the same character, not volume, I guess volume as well, but if you're singing very powerfully all the time, it's gonna wear you out pretty fast if you're not used to it. So I enjoy adding it at times here and there to keep both stamina and dynamics.
No, not on me. So please excuse me while I tend to howl.
So please excuse me while I tend to howl. Like now I'm very closing it. It's not open like it's very kind of nasally ish. My voice is not is I don't know how it sounds to you. Like for me, this whole week has been kind of like this because I'm doing so much heavy vocal practice, which is really good, having no pains or anything like that, but just keeping the practice going, reaching for them top notes. Sometimes when you go down, as lower you go with this type of sound, it can become a bit difficult because you have to adjust as the pitch lowens, it's gonna have a different vibrational to it. So just be careful if you're doing that, if you're going down, to see how you can find the best balance, and always have the control. Don't add this type of sound if you cannot control the clean sound first, the pitches. Like they have to be clean firstly, and then after you can add the sound. It's like an add-on thing, you know, it's like a plug-in effect you're using on top of the clean sound.
So build a wall behind it, crawl and hide until it's light.
And the backing track, I try to keep a bit more clean so you can hear it. It also have that widening effect, or the doubler. And if I add too much if I add too much of this sound to the backing, then it's also gonna be maybe a bit messy. So you want the backing almost clean, and try to keep away from vibrato as well, to just have like an extra sound in the background, not too much noise going on.
So can't you hear your babies crying now?
So the backing thing there, it was just an in the moment thing, like a spontaneous. I didn't think it before I recorded it. Can't you hear, baby? This is of course the head voice. It's not how I'm singing it. I will show you that in a second. Just want to explain the part. So I noticed when I listened back to it that it didn't start like right on pitch. It wasn't 100% perfect pitch, but I still enjoyed it, so I kept going with it. And how I do it is a very high note. Yeah! I think it goes up to C. I don't have the piano with me right here. Can you hear your baby? It's very high, it goes up, so you have to be careful not to over push as you're going very high, because it's gonna close up the voice. So it's a balance you learn with time, when you reach for the higher notes, because it's not a head voice like that, but it's like a it's very close to it. You just kind of you're adding this extra weight. You kind of, if this is you kind of pushing it together, kind of almost screaming the sound, to get them high notes powerful. It takes time to practice it, but that's kind of how I see how it works, how it's being produced in the vocal folds here. Of course, it takes a lot of breath, pressure up as you're closing it more to have more power. So do the breath practice things, breath support practice, so you can always have enough air. Take a big breath if you need to, if it's a long note.
Still the window burns, time to slowly turn. Someone there is sighing.
So if you listen closely to both the backing, still the window burns, time to slowly turn, almost having this low larynx thing, and very clean, keeping it clean, as the lead vocal. Still. Wait, which note was that? Let me go back a bit. I'm giving it that edgy thing to have nice dynamics between both voices.
Keepers of the faith, did you feel your names? Did you hear your...
And there, did you feel your names? Did you feel your names? I'm not sure he did that in the original. I think he did play around with the notes a little bit, but I wanted to make, I always enjoy adding some little twists here and there, like in the final chorus especially. Not so much in this song, but I wanna give it a little special thing, mostly going higher up on some notes here and there, to add something like this is the last chance chorus. So let's give it all, or give it something extra, you know.
Baby's crying, now the dreams and waking screams that everlasting night.
So the backing track here, I wasn't 100% sure how he sung it with the lyrics, if they're 100% as the original, but I still enjoyed it. So, you know, sometimes when you make videos, things aren't gonna be 100% perfect or something, but if you enjoy what you're doing, if it's a little different or whatever, just flow with it. It's cool to have something unique or your own thing there, you know. That's what you want to aim for at the end.
So build a wall behind it, crawl and hide until it's light.
And of course this song is not super big difference from the original. I just wanted to make a cover, and Metallica I always enjoyed. That was like one of my first vocal inspirations. I didn't know much about vocals back then, so I didn't know how he sung the thing, so I kind of play around with different things. But it's nice to go back now, and this is a nice song. It has dynamics, soft to very powerful things. So it's not a big, huge, super special cover, but it's still cool. I enjoyed it.
So can't you hear your babies crying now? Mama, they try and break me.
So you see here, I kind of backed off the sound. Mama, they try and break me, to have something to build up back on, you know. So you have the final chorus kind of powerful, and now you come back down as the song is still powerfully going, but it kind of goes down in pitch from so you can also like sing more breathier to get a nice dynamic change.
Mama, they try and break me. Mama, they try and break me. Mama, they try.
And the backing is like, oh, try and break me, is mostly on the same pitch and very soft. I kind of spontaneously just played around with the backing as I was recording. I didn't have like a super plan on I have to sing these notes exactly, so I just follow the main note.
Mama, they try. Mama, they try and break me. Mama, they try and break me. Mama, they try.
And there, break me is kind of have this major feel in this minor song. I'm not a super pro in all the chords and notes and things, but it was nice to add that little a little what is that thing going on, you know, have this. And now also I'm adding the edgy sound on the backing, even to just go all out. It's not super powerful growly, but still just enough edge to give it power. So if I do that clean, it's a so you kind of you tensen up even more to reach those notes. Of course, is a very like long climb to have the power of up there to push the chest voice up on top of those head notes. I will talk more about those things later on, but this I just want to run through this one like a test video thing. and that was the end. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or wonderings about singing and things, about this video especially, just comment or send me a message anytime. And if you enjoy this, I will be doing more of it. I have planned to, like, if this goes well, if it's something that works, I'm just trying it out, the setup and everything. But if everything goes well and works, things that I'm gonna keep going for, like, every video is the aim, to have every video a vocal tutorial commentary on it for Patreons, so I can also teach myself how to explain and express more with how I sing and how I think about it, how the voice works, because it's not easy. You cannot see what's going on in here. You can only feel it and try to express it, you know, through words, what is going on in here and how you're using everything. And I will try to do more demonstrations and different angles, how you know, how I compare things like edgy and clean sounds, and how I practice, what type of routines I'm doing, stuff like this. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot more covers coming up shortly. There has been a bit of absence from covers lately because I had 2 colds. I had one that lasted for a few weeks, then I came back, I had like some strength to work and sing, but then I had some symptoms come back, so it's like aftershake or whatever, so I didn't have much time to record and sing. But I'm back now, as you can hear. Whole week been doing some crazy warm-ups and practice sessions, so expect new covers very shortly, really cool ones. Thank you so much for the support, really appreciate it, and I see you next time. Bye bye.